Connor, you're not in the frame.
Not in it at all. Alright, restart.
Scoot over.
No, we're just gonna go with it.
Alright, I'll edit it out.
This will make the blooper reel.
Okay, 1, 2,
It's not a good blooper.
Shut up.
3. Hello, my name's Garrison. This is Connor. This is Carter, and we are a couple 3
Productions.
productions. We do podcasts and videos on YouTube, and so we're just gonna talk today. I'm just gonna talk and discuss a few topics, and it'll be fun.
We're just gonna say things that we think are interesting, things maybe you think are interesting, hopefully.
Yep. All right. What's our first topic, Carter?
I don't know. What is our first topic?
Oh well, let's talk about the Dream Pod.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Also known as a sense deprivation tank.
Yes.
Here, I've got some. Let me just look right here. It says here that the Dream Pod costs $45,000.
$22,500.
We're
gonna buy one.
gonna buy one, so
We've never been in a sense deprivation tank. We might hate it.
probably not. I don't know. I've never been in one.
See, what the Sense Deprivation Pod is a pod that completely deprivates you of your senses.
So you can't smell, taste, feel, see, hear. It's just nothing.
And then you're floating in some water in complete darkness. And the pod that we've been looking at plays some soft music.
It can,
But then
It
you
can
hear.
play music, and it'll show you some lights, like different colored lights. So
or you can
it's
turn
not
that all off.
it's not a full sense deprivation if you're doing that, but it just gives you another sense of relaxation and
But-
a completely aloneness, which gives you a better thought.
I think frequently asked question about this particular thing is it the same one that Daredevil used in his movie of Ben
Daredevil.
Affleck?
That question
In
is,
his movie Daredevil.
Yep,
and the answer is no.
The answer is no.
you heard it.
But
Here.
similar-ish.
If you've ever seen that movie, I'm
Then I'm
sorry,
sorry.
but that's what a sensory deprivation tank is, and we're gonna buy one.
And we might even enjoy it.
Who
A
knows?
lot of people are scared of them. They think that they're scared, like it's basically being dead because you don't have any senses. And they're like, why would you do that? I love being alive and seeing things and touching things. But I want to try it. I do. It's supposedly really relaxing.
Yeah.
We had a discussion on whether or not you should sleep in it. I don't think you should. These two are, they're long time nappers. They love napping.
I just think that
I nap most of
if
the
you
time.
sleep in it, you can get you're already
Deeper
completely
REM.
relaxed. You're completely alone in your thoughts and everything. And then if you're into sleep, then you're into a whole new level.
And then if someone tries to wake you up by dumping water on you, joke's on them, you're already in water.
But you're floating in the water. Your face isn't in the water. So you...
Yeah, you'd still wake up because you're not.
Plus,
Oh my gosh.
it's dark, so to pour water on you, they'd have to open it, and then there'd be lights anyways. I don't think the main selling point is that people can't wake you up if they pour water on you.
Not the main selling point.
That's
A
one of
selling
them.
point, but not the
It's
main.
not the main one.
Maybe.
The main selling point.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Okay, what else?
Dream Pod.
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. Alright, let's go in a line and say if we believe in him or not. Connor, you start. Do you believe in him?
No.
Okay.
Up in
Garrison, do you believe in him?
Well, I believe that a creature such as a Bigfoot could live in the wilderness, but I don't believe that there is one because there is no hard evidence of him. That's the reason why I don't believe in the Sasquatch, but I do believe that there is a opportunity for a large animal such as a Bigfoot to live in the wilderness.
So you're saying it's possible, but it didn't happen.
Yes.
I
kinda how
do
I am.
not believe in Sasquatch. And here's why. It's stupid to believe in Sasquatch. There is evidence. Like, people are going around and like, well, look at this track. It's not from, like, it's too big to be a bear. It looks kind of human. It's from bears running. When bears run, they push their foot off the ground and it drags a little bit and elongates the footprint. So
Can we Google that?
No.
we don't have to. I'm a genius and I Googled it.
Carter
Before.
actually has the internet in his brain.
No,
Sorry.
okay.
Yeah, I believed in Sasquatch from about age 4 when I learned about him to about age like 15.
That's sad.
Yeah, I was kind of a weird kid.
Anyway, and I also think that an animal such as the Loch Ness Monster could live in a place such as Loch Ness because it is so deep and so big.
But they have complete visual of the entire lake, and they do it like over and over and over, and they go under and they check, and he's not there.
Yeah.
There's a higher chance of Sasquatch existing than there is of Loch Ness.
Yeah, there's more woods than there are Loch Nesses.
That's true.
Yeah.
Aliens.
Aliens. Do you think aliens have been on Earth? Wait, why are we just going through conspiracy theories?
I don't know. Let's stop.
This is good stuff to talk about.
I hate conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theories are stupid.
It's not really conspiracy.
If you believe in a conspiracy theory, the government is covering some stuff up. Just think about the biggest government conspiracy theory ever. It was just trying to hide some, like, records, like, I don't know, Watergate. They couldn't even cover that up, and it was like a small thing.
Yeah, that's like something, what's his name? That, he had...
Richard Nixon?
No. He was a scientist. He is a scientist.
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking, right?
No.
No, I'm talking about Stephen Hawking.
Oh,
Stephen Hawking said, people who believe that the government, like, has the power to, like, hide aliens, like, think of the government and how not very good they are. And you think that they can hide, like, alien life and, like, Area 51 actually has stuff in it. I mean, the thing is, even if Area 51 was where they hid aliens, wouldn't, once it got popular, they just move it to somewhere else that no one's ever heard of?
That's probably what happened.
Or hide it underground or something. They would go to the
But
first
it doesn't matter because that stuff doesn't exist. It hasn't happened. Think about it. Like, just the thought that, like, aliens, we can't even get humans to Mars, and these aliens somehow mastered interdimensional travel, probably, to get past warp speed, and millions of light years, and then they get to Earth, and they crash?
I just read that NASA searched through 100,000 galaxies and couldn't find a single shred of evidence that any alien life form lives on them.
See, I think there probably is life out there because the universe is,
it's
infinite.
It's infinite.
So it's very unlikely there's not. And in an infinite world, then it definitely is. Or definitely will be.
And if you believe in infinite dimensions, then
the multiverse theory?
Definitely.
Alright, here's the thing. I wanted to explain the multiverse theory. Because most people don't know where the concept comes from. And I don't believe in the multiverse theory, and here's why.
I don't either.
Here's why people think there's a multiverse. It's because of the double slit experiment to do with particles. They used a photon, right?
Yeah.
And they take two slits, and they shoot photons through, and it came up with a wave pattern. And they're like, I guess...
wasn't it Apple particle?
No, it was photon.
Okay.
So they shot the photons through, it came up with a wave pattern, and they said, I guess photons are waves and not particles. So then they shot them through one at a time, and it still came up with a wave pattern, even though they waited until it hit the wall before they shot another one through. And it still came up with a wave pattern, so they're like, well, how did it do that? Alright. Thanks for turning your phone off.
For real. Inconsiderate.
Anyways,
Whoops.
They waited until it went through to shoot another one. And it still came up with a wave pattern. And so they said, well, how did that happen? It obviously went through both slits and interfered with itself. And what they were saying is that on such a small scale that the different dimensions can bleed through and the photon will interfere with another photon from a different dimension that went through the other slit. And then it acted like a wave because it interfered with itself. And, there's an explanation for how it happened, but that's why they think there's a multiverse theory. Just that. And so I don't think that's nearly enough evidence to assume that it's even. I don't know. It could happen because in an infinite universe, anything can happen.
Yep.
Well, now we're just a science podcast.
Yeah, we don't want to be that, do we?
No.
We're not that smart.
I have glasses.
I had glasses, but I lost them.
I wear contacts.
I don't even need these.
I should wear contacts.
I do need these, but only for far away. So, I don't need to be... Okay, next subject. I've got this book here. It's called Ideas That Change the World by Felipe Fernandez Armesto. And I'm just going to flip to a random page. We're going to see a topic, and we're going to discuss it.
Okay.
Not that one. Okay.
Inferior by nature?
The idea of scientific racism.
This is just more science.
Okay, this is talking about how, like, people would say, like, oh, if I measure your skull, then it shows that you're less smart because of your race and stuff. And that was total garbage. Like,
in Django Unchained, he, like, gets a black person's skull and says there's 3 dimples, and that's where subservience or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how it works.
The skulls are exactly the same. People are just, trying to come up with bullcrap to be racist. That's wrong. Racism's wrong. Raise your hand if you like racism. No, you don't. We are against racism podcast. It's our main.
We're not afraid. We're not afraid to tell it. Racism is bad.
Yeah.
Not ashamed.
But sexism, on the other hand,
is also bad.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Both hands. It's
like
equally
together as one.
This one's about racism too. They're all about racism.
What? It's a racist book. Fernando Hernandez is racist.
What is this?
Okay, let's go that. There was 2 dogs humping.
I don't want to see that.
No one wants to see that.
Well, some people probably want to see that, but we don't.
They should go to jail.
Most people shouldn't watch our podcast.
Yeah, if
you like that, just don't watch our podcast.
Kill yourself.
Well, don't kill yourself, but just tell a counselor, get some help, for God's sake, please.
Sorry.
You're gonna play the lighter?
Okay. There's too much wind. There's too much wind inside.
There's too much wind because... Right. Next subject, Connor. Okay. I've got a topic. All right. Here's the conversation, or here's the topic. I'm gonna give it to you, and then you both give me an answer.
Okay.
So here's the situation. It's a theoretical situation.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
God comes to you, right?
Yeah.
And he says, "Yo, I'm God." Probably he's on a skateboard or something.
Obviously,
because he can, and he says to you, "I can give you immortality."
Okay.
And now all you need to do to gain immortality is prove you're worthy of immortality. So tell me why I should give you immortality. He's basically telling you to convince him why you should be immortal. What would you say?
Okay, well, first of all, define immortality.
Is it like you can't die or you won't die, like, if you don't want to? Because, like, if you can never die, that would kind of suck.
You don't ever get sick. You could still die by, like, getting shot in the face.
Oh, so, like, sort of elvish immortality, like in Tolkien.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. What would you say, Garrison?
I think that people have their time on Earth and then they should die. So I probably wouldn't take the opportunity.
You think people should die? Well, that's an interesting. Okay.
Well,
Connor?
let me say this.
Okay, Connor.
I would probably say I can probably get a lot done in 3,000 years.
Would you?
I procrastinate pretty hard, but eventually I'll get bored of doing it.
So, like, in 3,000 years, you could accomplish as much as some people have.
Yeah,
in just a regular time.
I could probably be as smart as maybe Albert Einstein in probably about 1,000 years. It'll probably only take 500 or so. But I would mostly just still play video games. I wouldn't be very good at convincing God to make me immortal.
No.
Carter, what about you?
Well, the thing about Albert Einstein is that he's not any different than any other human.
Well, yeah.
Except he's smarter.
Yeah. He's smarter.
If you have the drive to learn,
that's true.
Then you can be as smart as him.
Unless you have a
There's no difference between you and Albert Einstein.
Well, his hair was better.
Okay.
Also,
and he was German.
He was German.
And he was smarter than me.
Okay, interesting segue.
Connor,
last words. No one knows Einstein's last words because he said them in German, and his nurse didn't speak German.
Probably just like,
give me some water. I know the grand unified theory. Okay, let's do that. We'll each go in a line and say what we think Einstein's last words probably were.
Okay, Connor, you start.
Why do I always start?
Because you're on the right.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna be on the left. That's what that make me.
No.
Don't think that's how it works. Yeah, I'm on the left. You go first, Carter.
Okay.
I'll go last.
He probably said something not that great. I don't think he was like, I've solved the grand unified theory, or he was like, wait a minute, I was wrong about this, but now I know. It's unlikely he just suddenly realized something like a lot of people think he might have, like, as he was dying. He probably just said something like, this hurts. Something pathetic.
Well, Einstein had a lot of things to say, and I don't think that he would have had an epiphany right before he died. But I do think that he would have said something meaningful. I don't know the circumstances of his death per se, so if he was in pain or
he was in a hospital bed.
Why was he in the hospital? That's what I'm saying.
Because he was dying.
He was sick. He was dying.
Anyway, so I think there is a chance that he would have said something meaningful, but it's not that meaningful if no one understands what you're saying. So
he might have quoted something too.
Yeah. Was he a devout Christian?
Kind of.
I've heard rumors both ways.
He believed in God, but not like a interfering God kind of situation. Where he believed there was a God, but he didn't think he was like individually in everyone's life type of deal. Might be wrong. If you quote me on that, you might be wrong too.
Don't quote any of us on anything, please, because we're all wrong.
Yeah. We're 18
what do you think he said, Connor?
I don't know. I'm with you guys. I mean, he probably said something like, not like random, like this hurts. Probably said something.
Okay.
Like at least a little bit profound.
I don't know. What are the chances he knew that there was going to be his last words?
Well,
like if you're just sick in a hospital, you don't know if you're just going to fall asleep or die. Like if you're shot in the head, you know you're pretty much going to die, and then you can like give your last words.
Well,
what were Hitler's last words?
Probably like I'm going to blow myself up.
Well, he didn't blow himself up. He shot himself.
Oh, okay.
He took a cyanide pill. I think it was cyanide. And then he shot himself.
Oh, it's probably so like, this better work.
Because, his wife took the pill too. Eve. And then he saw that she took it a little earlier, and he saw she was just like in tons of pain and stuff, and he's like, I don't know about that, so he shot himself. Idiot.
Well,
don't endorse Hitler either.
Yeah, Hitler was bad. He killed a bunch of people.
He goes along the lines of racism, I think. Anyway, with those final words, I think that these will be our final words.
All right, let's go along and do our outro.
You're first, Carter. You're on the right.
Okay, let's start in the middle this time.
Yeah.
I want to be last.
Well,
okay, Garrison, you go first.
And then
Connor and I will go at the same time. So.
And then I'll go again.
And then you'll go again. Okay.
Good night, everyone.
Okay, Connor. 1, 2, 3. This
Good
has
night
been the podcast.
And big balls.
Wait, what? Is that a reference to something?
No. He's just gay. Anyway. I'm Garrison, this is Connor, this is Carter, and we are a couple 3 production. Good day.
Back yourself, sign the check.
No.
Julio, get the scratch.